In a town where rain never stops and shadows stretch way too long, a 17-year-old girl is about to learn that monsters are very real. But the most terrifying part, she's falling in love with one. This is the story of Twilight. And let me tell you, it's not one of those fairy tales where love just conquers all. Here, it just makes survival a lot more complicated. Welcome to Forks, Washington. The population is tiny, the annual rainfall is insane, and your chances of running into something supernatural are surprisingly high. Bella Swan, or Bella, never wanted to be here. She ditched the sunny skies of Phoenix for the constant gloom of the Pacific Northwest to live with her dad, Charlie. She was expecting a boring senior year filled with rain and quiet nights. What she got was a mystery wrapped in ivory skin and haunting golden eyes, a mystery that would completely shatter everything she knew about life, death, and the very thin line between them. Bella wasn't your typical high school protagonist. She was clumsy, quiet, and had this maturity that made her seem way older than she was. She didn't want attention. She didn't care about fitting in. She just wanted to get through the year. But Forks had other ideas. On her very first day at school, she saw them, the Cullens. 5 students sitting by themselves in the cafeteria, impossibly beautiful, pale as marble, and totally separate from the rest of the teenage world. There was something off about them, something that made the hair on your arms stand up, even as you couldn't tear your eyes away. And then there was Edward Cullen, the youngest, with bronze hair and eyes that felt like they could see right into your soul. When Bella sat next to him in biology, his reaction was intense. He didn't smile or say hi. Instead, he gripped the lab table so hard his knuckles turned white, his whole body rigid like he was fighting some internal battle. He looked at her with something that felt like pure hatred. Or maybe hunger. Then he just vanished for a week. When Edward came back, everything was different. The hostility was gone, replaced by this magnetic pull that Bella found impossible to resist. He was suddenly everywhere, watching her, talking to her, seeming to know things about her that he had no way of knowing. And then came the accident. A van lost control on the icy parking lot, sliding straight for Bella. In less than a second, faster than physics should ever allow. Edward was there. He didn't just pull her out of the way. He stopped the van with his bare hands, leaving a massive dent in the metal that no amount of adrenaline could explain away. Bella knew something was up. She started digging, piecing together clues like a detective on a case. The pale skin that never tanned, the eyes that shifted from gold to black, the fact that none of them ever ate at La Push Beach. Her childhood friend, Jacob Black, told her the old legends of his tribe, stories of the Cold Ones, vampires who'd made a treaty with his ancestors generations ago. And just like that, the puzzle pieces clicked into place with terrifying clarity. Edward Cullen was a vampire in a sunlit meadow deep in the woods. He showed her the truth. When sunlight hit his skin, he didn't burn. He sparkled like he was covered in thousands of tiny diamonds, a deadly beauty designed to lure in prey. He confessed everything. He was over 100 years old, and his family survived on animal blood, not human. They were vegetarians. But Bella's scent was his personal torture, a song his vampire nature couldn't ignore. And so the lion fell in love with the lamb, he whispered, perfectly capturing just how impossible their situation was. Any normal person would have run screaming, but Bella wasn't normal. She was already in love. Edward introduced her to his family, a coven bound by choice, not blood. For a moment, it seemed like this could actually work, but the supernatural world is never that simple. During a thunderstorm baseball game, everything went wrong. 3 new vampires appeared, Shams, Victoria, and Laurent, and these guys were not vegetarians. James, a tracker, saw Edward's protectiveness of Bella and decided she was the ultimate prize. The hunt was on. The Cullens tried to protect her, but James was a master manipulator. He tricked Bella into thinking her mom was in danger, luring her into a trap at an old ballet studio. The confrontation was brutal. He broke her leg and bit her, injecting his venom into her veins. Edward's family arrived just in time to destroy James, but the venom was already spreading. Edward faced an impossible choice. Let her turn into a vampire, or try to suck the venom out himself, risking his own self-control and killing a loved one. With agonizing control, he saved her, pulling the poison from her blood. Bella survived, but nothing would ever be the same. At their school prom, she made a wish clear. She wanted to become a vampire, to be with him forever. Edward refused, wanting her to live a full, human life. But as they danced, neither of them saw the figure watching from the shadows. James's mate, waiting for her revenge. The hunt wasn't over. Bella Swan had survived her first brush with the immortal world. But her human life was already slipping away. The Twilight had only just begun. Thanks for watching. If you love stories that mix romance with danger, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite worlds. See you next time.